Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombie Cat.
And this is our top 10 list for Walking Dead 5-inch figures that McFarlane needs to make. Late 2017 edition. McFarlane Toys is still making 5-inch figures so far. They mostly just been Walgreens exclusives, but there's been a couple others like the Negan and Glenn 2-pack that they're all with motorcycles. So they're still making them. So this is our picks for the top 10 figures that we would want them to make, assuming that they continue to make them. And we're each going to have our own list, top 10 ones we want. Neither of us picked Jesus because he's already been announced. They're already making a Jesus. I think he's the next Walgreens exclusive that's coming out, so he's not going to be on our list. Now before we start our picks, I want to just show you our last picks real quick. Last time we just did a top 6 plus 3 runner-ups. You can see on my list, I had Negan and Sasha as number 1 and number 2, but they have both been made now. And like I said, Jesus has been announced. They've already made Aaron, who is one of my runner-ups. And then over on Zombie Cat's list, like I said, I've already made Negan. Jesus is announced. And that's about it.
Okay, I'm gonna go first. So my number 1 pick is I want an Ezekiel. He's been playing a bigger part recently, and I really like the way he looks on the show. I like the actor that plays him and the way they do his character.
Yeah, in the comics he kind of looked like a Jamaican Santa Claus.
Yeah. His dreads still don't look entirely realistic on this show, but they're cool.
Yeah, I like him. I like him much better in the show.
Yeah. And he could come with a Shiva, of course.
Yeah, I assume he'd come with Shiva.
My number 2 pick would be a normal Eugene, because they gave us a Eugene figure, but I don't like that he's in stupid riot gear. He wears it for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
My number 3 is Jerry, because I fucking love him.
Yeah, he's awesome.
And of course, he has to come with his battle axe.
Yeah, even though he broke it.
He has to come with it, though. They can make a new one.
Yeah, I know. They got a blacksmith.
Number 4 pick is Dwight.
Yeah, they need him.
It seems like we should be getting one, because usually I don't know, if they do a 7-inch, it seems like they should be able to do a 5-inch easily.
Yeah, it seems like they'll probably make a 5-inch Dwight, but as far as I know, he hasn't been announced yet, so we need him.
We need a new Carl.
Yeah.
Because he needs to have a giant eye hole.
And he looks a little older now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's going to keep happening.
And a new Maggie.
Yeah.
I'd like the very recent version of her where she's cut her hair and everything. I think that'd be cool to have. Simon is number 7. I just like him.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Number 8 is Tara. She's been around for a while now, and I like her character. She hasn't been doing quite as much lately, it seems like, but I really like her. Number 9 is Winslow. The spiky zombie. Because we haven't had a zombie in for fucking ever.
Yeah, it's a really memorable zombie, too. He looks so cool.
He's a character all his own. Plus, I don't really want any of the trash people, so it'd be cool to have something from them, and I would pick Winslow, because I don't like the rest of them. And my number 10 pick is Rosita. And then I have my honorable mentions would be New Morgan. He could be in his little kid armor.
Yeah.
I still kind of want the Alpha Wolf. I liked him. I thought he was weird looking and interesting. And Denise.
Well, so that's Zombie Cat's list. And now, time to do mine. So for my list, my number 1 would be Simon.
Oh, really? That's surprising to me.
Well, I would say like others might be more important, but I just really want a Simon. For me,
Yeah.
I just really want him because that'd be awesome to have a toy of Simon. Because like you said, I loved his character Trevor in GTA. I like that actor Stephen Ogg. He's really funny, and I just like his crazy look. He just looks like a psycho. And I hope he lives for a long time, like maybe even survives this whole war on the show, because I really like him. My number 2 pick would be Ezekiel with the Shiva. And we pretty much went over him. He's a very major character right now and needs to be made. Number 3 is Rosita. I wanted her on the last list just because, I mean, the last time she hadn't really done much. It was mostly just because they had Abraham and Eugene made already. But now I just think it even more because she's done more since then.
Yeah, she's on my list, but she's more towards the bottom for me because she's an integral part of the show, and it seems like they really should have made her by now, but I don't like her very much.
Number 4, I picked Dwight, and he probably would have been higher on my list, except that we got the 7-inch. I mean, 4's still pretty high.
Yeah, he's the same place on mine.
Number 5 is Winslow, the spiky zombie. I really want him. Number 6, this one, from 6 on, I think I could interchange the order, because, I don't know, I just kind of threw them on, because I don't know which one I wanted the most. But 6, I put Father Gabriel. He's a character I don't really like, but he seems to be pretty big right now.
I don't like him either.
Number 7 is Lori. That's a character I absolutely hated, but still I want a figure of her.
If I had done 4 honorable mentions, she probably would have been number 4.
No.
But I had like 5 written down for honorable mentions, and I had to cross 2 of them off.
Yeah. Number 8, I put a new Carl with his damaged eye and older looking. Number 9, I put Tara. Like we said, she's been around for a while and has been in the stories. Number 10, I put a new Shane, because I'm still pissed off about their first 2 Shanes. And I've said before how I would want him to look. That would be like an early season 2 with his khaki pants, maybe a black shirt or something. I like that look the best. But they could also do the later in season 2 where he's got the shaved head, maybe zombie head too. For my honorable mentions, number 1, I picked Jerry, because he's also one that could have made the top 10 if I would have switched him around a little. It's just, it gets hard. But I do really like him. He was pretty awesome in the recent episodes where he's kicking ass with Ezekiel. Well, kind of getting their asses kicked, but he was cool in it still.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is a new Eugene. As we said, it'd be nice to have him in normal clothes. But he's been annoying me lately because he's being a douchebag on Negan's side.
Yep.
And number 3 is one that I don't really like the character, but it seems like a big character. Well, sort of big. Jadis from the Junkyard People. She's the leader of them, and she's weird looking. And just her weirdness would make an okay figure, maybe.
She's got a dumb haircut and she talks like an idiot.
Yeah.
I don't like her.
I don't like the whole trash people thing at all. They just don't seem realistic the way they act, but
They're too silly.
yeah, like
It hasn't been long enough for them to build that kind of ridiculous society.
yeah, and to start talking and acting the way they do just is not believable. It's like they were like that for hundreds of years, and these are the new generation of people or something.
I mean, for me to talk and act like that, that shouldn't happen until at least like 10 years after the zombies. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It has not been long enough for people to act like that yet.
But still, I'm assuming she's going to be, at some point, a big part of this war that's going on. So that's why I'm putting her on a list. So that's all of our picks. You can see there's some similarities between our two, but then some are really different on our picks. There's some other characters that maybe other people might want that we've thought of, but we didn't put them on our top 10 or honorable mentions. And that would be like...
Enid?
Yeah, Enid. I think Enid is... A few episodes she was big, but she just hasn't really done that much.
I'm thinking she's going to do more in the future, though.
Probably.
Eric?
Who the hell's Eric? Oh, Aaron's boyfriend Eric, yeah. I forgot about him. He was hardly in the show at all. They showed him a couple times and then he dies.
They should make a zombie Eric.
Yeah. Well, you couldn't even see him, though. He was like so far away.
You just position him backwards so you can only see the back of him. That's what we saw in the show.
Yeah. I thought maybe a new Negan just because he doesn't always wear that scarf around his neck, and then he's clean shaven sometimes, and maybe a different one.
It would be cool to have clean shaven Negan.
Yeah. New Carol, maybe. There could be different versions. There could be the Homemaker Carol, which we mentioned in the last time we did this video.
And Kingdom Carol.
Yeah, where she's wearing like the armor. And I thought maybe Death Scene Abraham, because The Negan and Glenn 2-pack should have been a 3-pack with Abraham also in there. So it would have been kind of cool to have Abraham with that. Here's some that I don't think either of us want, but I'll just mention them. Gregory and Spencer. I don't want either of them.
Nope.
And there's also, what's her name? Deanna.
Oh, yeah, Deanna.
I don't really care about getting a figure of her, but I mean, there's just some characters. There's also Heath, which I don't really care about him.
What about Porch Dick?
Porch Dick, yeah.
I don't even remember his name. All I can think of is Porch Dick.
And there's Jessie and her little kids. And then there's some old characters like Martinez and Milton. I don't really care about getting them. I didn't really name too many zombies other than Winslow just because there's so many characters they need to do and they're not making many 5-inch figures.
I would really like some more zombies, though.
Yeah, me too. But there's lots of other characters. Like, I know a lot of people liked, what the hell's his name? Joe. Because I thought his character was cool, but he was just... He came and went so fast. That's the only reason I didn't really care too much for him.
They could also make Jared.
Who's Jared?
That's the savior that's a dick to Morgan all the time.
Oh, yeah, that dick. And there's that one guy from the Kingdom who got killed, but he was like kind of like the head of security or whatever.
What the fuck was his name? Like Richard or something?
It sounds right, I don't know.
Something like that, I don't remember.
Like, there's 2 other, like, sort of lieutenants of Negan. There's a new one that's a woman, and then there's that one guy, the one that dealt with the Kingdom. But I wouldn't really care about figures of them.
No.
You can name characters all day, but...
There's so many.
Yeah. But that's our pick, so let us know what figures you'd want, because we didn't try to pick what we thought other people might want, we just picked who we want personally.
I could still go through my list and switch like the whole thing around, because I don't even know
Yeah.
who I want the most.
Like I said, Father Gabe, like, when I'm thinking about it, I don't know, Father Gabriel, I think I'd rather have a new Carl, but I put, now I'm looking at it, like, I put Gabriel at number 6 and Carl at number 8, and it's like, I think I'd rather have a new Carl than a Gabriel. But it's like, I'm just, I don't know.
I should have put Simon and Winslow higher up on my list, honestly. Because, like, part of it is when you're writing this down, like, you keep thinking thoughts about ones they actually might make and ones they probably won't.
Yeah.
And what I really want is probably stuff they won't make, so I don't know.
Well, I was trying to think for number 1, who would I really be excited if they was announced? I was thinking Simon. If they announced Simon, I'd be so excited. If it was Ezekiel, if they announced Ezekiel, I'd be like, well, that's expected.
No, I would be excited about Ezekiel, because I really like him on the show.
Me too, I put him at number 2.
Yeah. But Simon I should have put higher up. I think I would keep Normal Eugene at number 2, and then Jerry, and then Simon should have been number 4 instead of Dwight.
I think getting the 7-inch figure of him just makes it make me not want the 5-inch as much. I mean, I still want it, it just doesn't make me go, I gotta get it!
Well, there's also the fact that, like, with the 5-inch, we already have so many of them, and we could have a more complete collection, and with the 7-inch, we're never gonna have that many. Like, they only make a few of them at a time, like...
Yeah. Well, yeah, so we gave you our picks, and like I said, leave us a list of viewers. Because it's fun to come up with who you would want them to make. Don't know if it's ever going to happen, but still, it's fun to do. Well, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombie Cat.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Oh, damn it, man. You see them other pictures there? Why don't you click on one of them to see the video? Or you could subscribe, Nate. Oh,